Massachusetts beer review number 12. We got the green bottle today. Peroni Nastro Azzuro. Tradizione e naturalita. If I said that right. Traditional and natural. Birra superiore. Take your guess what that means. This is a Roman brewed beer from Rome, Italy. Brewed by Birra Peroni. And this is at the time now, this is brewed by, this is not brewed by, it is owned by S.A.B. Miller. And if you didn't know, S.A.B. Miller owns Foster's, Grolsch, Miller, Peroni Nastro Azzuro, and Pilsner Urquell. So there you go. The Peroni Brewery is from Italy, obviously, and they were founded, in the bottle says it as well, in 1846. And this is their Nastro Azzuro, which is considered in the beer world a European pale lager. So, what else can I say about it before we crack it open? I believe it says here, it says on the bottle it is 5.1% ABV. And the really strange thing that they do in America, in Texas, I don't know if you can see it here, it's a lager, but it says right there on the bottom, ale in Texas. And I believe that is for legal reasons. I believe so. And I also believe it says this was brewed on October 18th, 2013. There in the blue. Yeah? Cool. Thumbs up on that. Now, this is a green bottle, and I've been sipping on this 12-pack that I bought for around a little over 17 bucks. And I haven't noticed a really skunky presence out of the beer yet. But we're going to find out with this one what we really think. 12-ounce bottle is not the 11.2 rip-off European-style bottle. So, we're going to see. Haven't rated it yet on Beer Advocate. Let's give it a try here. What do we got from Peroni Nastro Azzuro? Well, we got a straw golden yellow appearance. You can see right through that. You can see my head right through it. Pop, pop, fizz, fizz. Good amount of carbonation. As got that champagne-y look as they always do. Soapy head. Very soapy. Lots of little bubbles. Pinky's worth of head, and I know that's going to die down, but it's a lager. Let's give it a scent. Give it a smell test. You do get a higher amount of hop. It's like a spicy hop presence to the beer. It's got a nice biscuity, malty taste. I don't know if that's like a saltine or a biscuit, somewhere in between that. And it does have a little bit of that green bottle character. I don't call it skunk until I taste the beer. I haven't experienced skunk with my 12-pack of the Peronis yet, but we're going to find out here in a minute. And there's an overall sweet, greeny quality, so inviting for a lager, to say the least. Cheers, guys. Peroni Nastro Azzuro, brewed in Rome. You do get that biscuity, malty flavor. There is a little bit of the hoppy, spicy note. It's very clean, it's very clean, crisp, refreshing. Pinky out. It does have a little bit of that typical green bottle graininess and the hoppy spice to it. I'm not going to say this is skunked. I don't detect any of that to the beer at all. It just has a really nice, um, lightly hoppy spice presence. It's not a bitter beer per se. It's got that nice malty, biscuity flavors. Um, it's got that typical adjunct lager graininess to it. I think they use corn in their beer. You do get that. Fairly sweet. It's not a disgusting or a cloying kind of a sweetness. No charge. But it's definitely a sweeter beer, the Nastro Azzuro. I tend to like these kind of lagers a lot more than I like the American adjunct lagers. I like this biscuitier flavor and a little bit of that hop spice. It does have that wet, grainy cardboard kind of a taste that you get out of an American lager. But this beer, the Peroni Nastro Azzuro, let's say as compared to Coors Banquet, has a bigger, maltier bite. You get that in that biscuity flavor. I noticed that with a lot of beers, a lot of the lagers from that in Europe, in that part of the world. Pilsner Urquell, Czech Var, Budvar. Czech Pilsners really have that nice malty presence to the beer that you don't get in American lagers. But overall, it's not a bad beer. It's very smooth beer. I can't find a fault in the beer. And if there's one thing I could complain about, if I needed to pick a fault, and I seem to be doing this lately, is too little, a little bit heavy and forward on the sweetness, but it's really not that bad. I would definitely recommend people try this beer, even if they're afraid of green bottled beers. I'm not detecting any funky taste, and the head's already gone. No funky taste from it being in a green bottle. I think that the six pack was properly put away from the light, and that's the key. At these beers, in these green bottles, if you're going to do the green bottle, fine, no charge. If you're going to do the green bottles, I say fine, but make sure that you have proper packaging that keeps the beer out of the sunlight, keeps light getting from the beer, and especially make sure that after you package the beer, you get it away from as much direct light as possible through its entire transportation to your local convenience store, liquor store, wherever you buy beer. But very carbonated beer. But I'm definitely going to give this beer, I could definitely give it a 3.5 out of 5. I see no fault. I see nothing wrong with the beer at all. Here's the cap. Peroni Nastro Azzuro 1846. Nothing wrong with these kind of beers. They have their place. They're really good when you want to have when you need a beer. This is good for Italian food, obviously. It'll be good at a barbecue, clam bake, whenever you need an easy drinking lager that's got a little more flavor than your Budweisers, your Miller, and your Coors. Definitely recommend Peroni Nastro Azzuro. Definitely an above average lager. I'm going to say that for sure. European lagers. That's the way to go. You spend a little bit more money, you get a little bit better of a product. May not be as good of a value as, say, Pabst Blue Ribbon, which is probably 11 or 10.99 for an 18. I think I maybe paid 17.25 or something stupidly ridiculous for this. So not the best in terms of price, but I would definitely recommend the Peroni Nastro Azzuro. Get yourself some, try it, try some other European lagers, even if they're in a green bottle. Make sure they don't have any areas in the box of the beer that have light getting to it. You could get gypped, could be skunked. Never had a skunked Peroni from this 12 pack. I'm loving it. It's good. 3.5, definitely an above average lager. And until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers, everybody.